एक जण इकडच्या बेंचवर शिफ्ट व्हा, जागा द्या जरा. तुम्ही एवढी चिटकून चिटकून का बसलाय? एवढी सगळी जागा आहे, जरा हवा येऊ द्या. पडदे उघड्या जरा, रिफ्लेक्शन होतं. ठीक आहे. दोन मिनिटं. काना सर, हॅलो. Am I audible to everyone? Okay. Continuing. आता इंग्लिश कम्प्लिटली इंग्लिश मध्ये जाऊ, चालेल ना? असं काय, इंग्लिशला इंग्लिश मध्ये जायला लागेल. ठीक आहे, वेल सो. ओके. फर्स्ट थिंग, honestly accepting I got to know your portion during 12 o'clock of geography and English portion now itself before 10 minutes. So actually I'll try what I have learned in my class to give you. Okay. Honestly accepting few things. Geography also, I was not knowing that the whole chapter I need to complete today itself. Okay. I was just looking to the points and I was explaining it. Okay. Well, so I'll try. Okay. Maybe next time, somewhat, if I get to know that, I have a sophisticated time for preparing, for getting things into my plate, then I'll surely teach you more convincingly. Okay. There are 3 topics. So how many of you are from RMD? Okay. Now, okay. How many of you are from RMD? Raise the hand. Okay. So, and birthday? Okay. Now tell me one thing. How many of you have done your 9th and 10th? So I'll actually get the point that how many of you may be knowing the writing skills parts. What will be I will be completing today? 9th and 10th. In an offline way. In an offline way. Okay. So you are not having, anybody is not having the proper idea about writing skills, most probably, right? About appeal writing, interview questions, and what is the next thing? Speech writing. Okay. This is most probably completed in your 9th and 10th, right? Okay. Now see, I'll first move to the part which is most simplest. What is that? What do you think? What do you want me to go with? Which writing skills? First chapter is complete. Everybody's first chapter is complete. RMDs and Buddhist, both of them. First chapter is complete. Okay. Now, what is remaining? Just writing skills. 5 marks, writing skills. For that 5 marks, you are wasting your Sunday. I am also wasting my Sunday. Okay. Now see, what is the first part? What you want to learn? Appeal writing, speech writing, or interview questions? Appeal writing. Okay. Now see. We'll start with the appeal writing. Okay. Now, what do you mean by appeal writing? Actually, in those terms, when you want to appeal for something, you want to get something in your plate, or you want to get something done. At that time, most of the people were trying to appeal. But appeal was a both, you know, diagrammatically and writing also. Both the part were taken into consideration. Because when you create, pictures, or when you create drawings, it makes it more attractive. It makes it more. What it makes more? See, you are getting NCERTs, right? If NCERTs, let's say, is not having any kind of picture, do you feel to read it? No. You want some pictures, you want some fun, right? Yes. So same thing, for making it convincible to the people, appeal writing is consists of 2 parts. That is little bit of 10 to 20% diagrammatically, and rest of the part 80 to 70% remains writing part. Okay. In that, you create a positive title. What do you mean by positive title? That title, if I am reading for the first time, it should attract me, right? That is the first point. If you are getting appeal writing for 5 marks, the 1 mark itself is for the title. What kind of a title you are giving? Okay. And never hope that in English, you'll be getting 5 out of 5 in your writing skills. Ground to the earth reality. Okay. Even though if you are going into your boards, you're not getting 5 out of 5. Maximum 4 and extra maximum 4.5. Not 5. Okay. So you need to give a positive highlighting word for your title that can attract people, that can attract reader, right? Now, what actually comes? A good writers come from a good listener, right? Yes. So try to listen more appeals if you want to practice more. Okay. We will have a practice session in maybe last. I don't think so. Okay, 5 minutes. We will try. If you are getting time, I'll take few pages, maybe choosing anything. If there is remaining certain part, I'll tell you. Okay. Now see, in appeal writing, the first thing is what? Let's join, let's join, let's join. Everybody has done advertisement writing. In Marathi, maybe Zairat Lekhan. Done. Everybody has done, right? The same content most probably is in appeal writing. Okay. In this, we focus on certain points that attract the customers. Okay. Or attract the readers to do a certain amount of work for us. Right? Maybe it can be an association. Right? Those who want work to be done of a certain thing that can create appeal and bring the readers, bring the population to do their work. Okay. So in same condition, see, let's join. Now after that, what is there? There is a symbol, right? Now this is also creating a positive impact, right? You can build your short notes. Everybody can try so that you will remember those points while writing in your appeal, right? Okay. So you don't miss out any point. First thing is that write a title. Okay. That is important part. Second thing is you need to create a symbol, you need to create a diagram, or you need to create a picture that can give readers an idea. If some people may be knowing about your English, some people may be not knowing, right? Some people may be knowing some other languages like Hindi, Marathi. So at least from a picture, at least from a symbol, they should get your own point, right? Yes, got my point? Okay. Now see, there is a title, an awareness rally to protect animals. Now see, moving further, after the title, the important part is what? In letter writing and in appeal writing, there is a common mutual important part is what? That is date, day, time, right? If I am arranging a blood donation camp, then there should be certain date, certain time. You cannot take the blood at 2 o'clock midnight, right? There should be need a certain time limit, right? If you are arranging a puja at your home, right? People most probably will be coming half an hour, 1 hour late, right? You'll increase certain time, but you cannot say, come 12 o'clock at midnight. I'll still offer you food. Is that so? No, there is every card is having, even though marriage cards are also having date and time, right? So if you are respecting others people time, you will be respected by your time. Okay, that is the important factor. So time, day, place is an important factor while you are writing appeal. Okay, that will be considering another point in your exam, maybe the second point, 2 marks. Okay, third point will be, see, here are 4 pictures giving you certain ideas, right? Bike rally is there, simple picture. Okay, right? Rangoli competition, simple rangoli. Okay, you can arrange some things like this is an awareness camp. So what are things taken into consideration? Exhibition photos, tree plantation, bike rally, rangoli. Now when I say if there is blood donation camp, how you will attract the customers or how you will attract the readers to come to visit and give the blood for you? How? You're taking blood from other person. You're taking blood from other person, right? At that particular time, you need to tell him something, extrovert, something extra, right? Something extra, right? There should be a convincing power, right? Can you look to our technical department? They're having a convincing power. They're having a convincing power. What do you think? They can convince any type of customer. That is the thing. That is the important thing that is needed to live in this market, right? To build in this huge population, to stand out. Customer, after you're taking a degree, doing a job somewhat, or doing a business, okay, at that time companies will not be coming to you, take my job. You need to create your own self in a such a way that you should attract companies, right? How will you attract the companies? By getting good grades. That is just enough. Do you think everybody can get good grades? You have to. We are eligible. See, what is the important factor? After you're doing a MBBS, after you're doing a engineering, what is the important factor? Convincing the company that you don't need a company. Company needs you. That's the important point. If you can convince that, then surely you can get the highest package. Right? And even though not in companies, it can be also in few relationships with your relatives also, normal people, normal friends also. If you're not convincing that you are important, then you will be not value. Okay. So that is the thing. If you want to make your value in your writing skills, you need to create an essence that can actually build a positive view to attract the customers. Right? If you're asking a blood, what you can give you, what you can give them in return. What do you think? What can you do? If certain questions comes, blood donation camp, write an appeal writing upon it. What you will give to the customers that they will come? It can be a certain minute thing also. Just look into the market, how the customers goes and, create a crowd to a certain company or certain, cards. How Geo created, right? They created whole bumblebees over them, right? How is that so? By giving extra data, by giving extra things, right? First, the thing everyone thought so, it's not possible. But Geos are more intelligent. They are planning for more 5 years, right? In forward, post, and pre-planning is done. How is that so? First, to sell certain thing at the lowest price, and to sell that thing after few years into higher price, right? So you're seeing Geo's price cards recharge have increased, right? In the same way, you can also do. What you can do if you are arranging a blood donation camp, what you can give in return? First thing is that you can give a certificate, right? This ABC person has donated blood, right? I am extremely grateful for his, doing so much endeavor and giving his own blood, right? And give some, having little bits of associations, right? Association will give you sponsors, and you can get the logos, right? How the sports persons are having sponsors are there, right? So their jackets are having logos, right? So these are the symbols you can directly put into that, right? You can create a Amul's symbol and write upon that Amul has sponsored us, even though they have not sponsored you, but still, for doing a appeal writing part. Certificate is there. If you are giving a certificate, somewhat if you are giving, some kind of cashback in the sense, if the blood is donated to a certain person, you will receive a message and you will get a 25%, 50% cashback. This can also be done to attract customers. These are the things that are needed in the market for developing. Studies doesn't matter. Degree is just a criteria. All is that how you present yourself, right? How you present yourself. Even though China products are having nothing, but they are presenting in such a way that every customer is attracted. So same logic, same reasoning should be applicable to your writing skills part. Even though if you are having nothing, you are not going to arrange a blood donation camp in your future also, but still write in such a way that, just the teacher or the examiner by reading itself, oh my God, this is the most pleasant one. That would be the reaction. Okay. Now see, moving further, you can give out certain slogans, right? Certain slogans. This is also an important part. This same important part is also applicable in your essay writing. If you can create your own poem, let's say you're creating a poem of 4 to 5 lines, that will itself give you more marks. These are the certain things, because see, everybody writes. There is no one in the writing skills part who doesn't write. Everybody writes. But what makes the difference is that they create the essence in there, or they just attract the reader. English is a type of language that, or English, or let's say Hindi or Marathi. This language are to present yourself, to express yourself, to express your emotions, right? Express your feelings. So you should present your feelings or emotions or certain views or opinions in a such a way that they should attract the customers. They should never create a negative impact upon a customer, right? Even the political wise, right? If let's say in the last class itself, I have explained geography class, right? Ukraine and Russia is having war. At that time, if politics are not presenting, political leaders are not presenting India at the international level in a good way, then what is going to happen? The whole status of the India at the international level will be low down. So India at that time, what they gave, a balanced view, that we will not support Ukraine also, we will not support Russia also, but we will try that, that none of the people, none of the citizens should be harmed. This is the political type of view, because of expressing in a such a way that people should not get offended with your words, but people should agree, right? Even though in the teenager, what is the problem? What do you think? There is a difference in the tone. The difference in the tone itself can create the fight, and itself can create the friendship, right? There is a difference in a tone that can create the fight, that can also create a friendship. It's that how you convince. If you want a writing skills part to score more, have a sugar coating in your lips, and thinking should be in a sugar coating way. Even though if you are giving certain person a poison, it should be coated in a sugar, then only the person can eat it, right? Logically, yes. So therefore, while writing, keep an essence, keep an attractiveness. Major factors in writing skills parts are noted down. That is, first important factor is what? Grammar. Second thing is tense. Tense is the important part. Write every writing skills in present tense. If the teacher is of higher level, checking your board paper somewhat, maybe he's having 10 years, 9 years or 7 years experience. At that time, he will check the tense. He will check the tense. Okay. How will check the tense? The checking of the tense will reduce itself your marks. How is that so? Because most of the people take writings into consideration, take skills into consideration. They write also good, but that is into past tense or the future tense. That is not useful. If the tense is in present, you'll see that if the teacher, if your paper is going above 60 marks, it will be again checked by moderator. It will be again checked by moderator, and after that the chief moderator. Why is that so? That where should I reduce the marks? That is the first important thing, because Maharashtra is having the highest population by educational wise. right? Youngest educational wise population. So there is a competition at a higher level. So there is always, you need, get something to reduce your marks to pull you down. They are not having a problem if you are getting 60%, 70%. They are having the problem when you are getting 90 above, somewhat 95 above. So at that time, to reduce that, language papers are the most important factor. Science and maths paper you can score out of also. Yes, but the language paper is that paper that will make you reduce whole your marks. Okay, how is that so? How is that so? How is that so? For second thing was tense, right? Because of that, they can reduce your marks. If you're writing Hindi, Marathi, English, somewhat any kind of language, the tense should be important. That is in present part. See, you are in a 12th standard. You may not be expected that you are writing, certain phrase, certain things in a good way. You'll be expected that you should be more advanced. And remember one thing, you're offline batch. Take it as serious condition. Your paper will be checked hard in any terms. Past 2 years, it was not that so, but your paper will be checked hard, because people think from the board section that you have got enough time for your studies. You have got enough time, 24 hours into your home, right? So because of that, second thing is what? Tense. Third thing is what? Is your writing. If it is in a bold language, you can write it bold. That is no problem. If it is in cursive, then the important factor is that it should be readable. Don't write M as W. Okay. I dot is going somewhere else. Right? It happens. Why? Because writing skill is the last portion. Right? Always while giving a language paper, remember one thing. Always write writing skills part at the end. Why is that so? Because at the starting time, you cannot remember many things. You cannot create an imaginary background around yourself to write. So the important factor is that first write all the things. Your grammar will be improved. Your language study will be improved. And at the end time, you'll see writing skills part can be completed, just think right. You're not waiting for your writing skills as you wait for your, lesson parts, chapter wise, poetry part, right? Writing skills are finished in a fast way. But remember that keep your language, keep your writing readable to the viewer. They will always find a point to cut. Another thing is that don't cut the things. This is the minute thing. For that also 1 mark is reduced in your language paper. If you're writing a word, let's say the man is happy, somewhat. Okay, and you're cutting the. If you're cutting it by pen, if the examiner doesn't catch, he will not cut the marks. If the chief moderator is checking your paper, he will look upon that, he will cut that mark. 1 mark for that only, the THE. 3 words, 1 mark reduced. So never to cut. And people are somewhat, they highlight cuttings. How? By creating scribbling over that. Right? Scribbling over that with the pen or scribbling with the pencil. Never to do that. If you are having done certain mistake, just try to change that word. If it's not possible, cut little by little. In a such a way, dash, like this. So it can, if the person is reading so much deep, he can get the point that it is cut. But if he's not getting, they are not having so much time, they can read your whole writing skill part. Right? Underline the things which are important. in your writing skill, the important factor is that underline the things which are important, which you think that should be highlighted or that should be viewed by the reader first. Underline those words. Upon that, most of your marks portion is dependent. Okay. Rather than that, if you are giving a logo, pictures, key features, everything is secondary part. What is the first thing? Grammar. Second thing is tense. Third thing is writing. Fourth thing is no cuttings. Okay. And fifth thing is highlight words. Okay. Rather than this, create an attractiveness. That is most important. See, nobody, even though 10th standard person can write the appeal writing, he can also write the interview questions. What makes you different if you are in a 12th standard, if you are preparing for your competitive exam also, if you are preparing for your competitive exam, if you want to give UPSC, MPSC also, there also they will never look to your certain things like how the person has written, everything. They will look at certain things like how the person has creative attractiveness into his writing, why he is having that essence that other person are not having, how it's outstanding from other crowd of people. That is important, right? And writing skills is the part that can make you the topper of English, or let's say topper of any language. If your writing skills are good, you can, go anywhere and you can speak. First important factor is that if you want to improve in your English, till now, many things have happened. If you want to really improve, it's like important. In your upcoming years, English will be more important, right? Even though that same rule you have heard for your, almost your schools also, colleges also. Speak in English, right? But that actually creates a difference. Even though at my level, as a convent guy, at that time, teachers usually used to say that you speak in English. But we never realized it, and we never took it so much serious. But at the time when we think, when actually times comes when you want to give certain speech or you need to advertise certain things. At that time, if the forward person is speaking in English with you, at that time, it makes you so much competitive for you that how should I speak, right? At that time, you need to look upon certain points. What are the certain points? First thing is that listen as much as you can. Listen to the English songs. Simple. If you want to improve, right? Second thing is that try to take certain words that makes difference. What? The hard words are there. Try to take certain British English or the Australian English words that can create your composition section more stronger. But remember one fact. If you're writing a hard word, it should have the meaning. You should know the meaning. Don't write anything. Teacher is having dictionary. Teacher, while checking the papers, even though the convent sections, teachers are having dictionary. We were using to write anything, any kind of a hard word. That is not, we have never read. But teacher is having that dictionary. So teacher is looking. And it's not possible to any person in this world to completely speak into English or completely speak into any language with the proficiency. Why is that so? Because British English is different, Indian English is different, American English is different, Australian English is different. Every kind of English is different. Their grammars also change. Even though Sanskrit grammar, everything changes. And more things are adapted each day by day. Certain theories of English are, gave up, certain have took up. So these things are going on. At the time you will be graduated, you will see there will be a lot of difference in your English when you were actually studying in your secondary section and when you are already completed your undergraduate or post-graduation. Because the development comes according to the market need. If you're speaking English, right? What kind of English you're speaking here is not applicable where? Is not applicable if the company is coming for the interview, right? You're speaking at the secondary section level English. The companies will ask you certain things, certain words, just to check your conversation skills. And in upcoming days, maybe everything is going into English. So try to prepare if you want to be into that competition, right? Okay. And English also makes a huge difference. Makes a huge difference. Even though, you know, any kind of language, if the other person is knowing, if the forward person, if the listener is knowing that language, even though if you are not having, you know, any kind of degree also, let's what say, you know, basic degree, somewhat, undergraduation, you can get a higher post MBA job also, if you're having that conversation skills. There are many people in India also, those who are having, you know, they are just done with the second year dropouts, third year dropouts. They are speaking in English is good. Because of that, they have done, you know, holding big companies as an MBA. As a engineers are working, right? Upon that, there is MBA who is holding, who is managing all those things. So you can think that how much language is needed, language proficiency is needed. Studies is not ever asked. Study everybody can do. Engineers can do, medical students can do. You need to read that NCERT again. Everyone can do that. There is no problem in that, right? Few people prepare from their ninth standard itself for their medical and engineering. But the presentations, even though most of the colleges are having interviews, if you're passing out NEET also, remember that certain doctor colleges, certain, you know, medical colleges, certain engineer colleges will take your interview. At the ground level, you actually know it, or let what say, akkad bakkad Bombay bol. That is the thing. So that actually makes the difference. Okay. Now see the next example. The eye donation camp. See, same thing is given. Something diagrammatically attractiveness. Remember also the most important part, always write appeal writing in a box. Okay, in a box. You're creating, do you all know your how to write your board papers? Everybody know? How many of you don't know about it? Every kind, let's what say, tell at least, raise your hand. Okay, rest of all of you know how to write the board papers, how to draw the lines, how to draw the rougher column. Okay, how to divide the questions. Okay, I'll tell you after the class. Okay, in that, create a box. Okay, use your writing skills a whole page. One writing skill, one whole page. For letter writing, if it's coming, then use 2 pages. 2 pages. If you're writing appeal writing, use the whole page, right? Your page is not going from your pocket, right? Don't do conjusi over there. Use the whole page, write it, draw it nicely, give the place and address at the bottom. Give your contact number, give your email ID at the bottom. Okay. Now see, the eyes picture is given over here. Zoom meeting is there. Social media platforms. You can use the symbols. Okay. Moving further, date is given. Social organization or their website is given. Same thing. What is the need of the place, time, location, or the association? To know about certain things, right? If you are coming into Vidyasarita, tell me, first you need to read something about Vidyasarita. There are certain kinds of toppers, right? There are certain kinds of people who are studying hostel facilities, food facilities, studying in a class, right? You must have seen that photo. Yes, this is the class. Then only you must have joined. So that is the thing that you need to take into consideration, that while looking at the pictures, while looking at the context, you need to address it in a proper way that people will be attracted. Okay. Now this is the basic one. If you're, let's say you are not thinking that how should I write it, right? Then this is the basic one. In that, the school name, after that, what the aid of the earthquake victims, they're trying to help the earthquake victims. So at what place, what time, school campus, in that, what is given, fancy dress, gymnastic. So you see, you're seeing most of the things are connected, right? Few facilities, even though they are not applicable, they are connected. So while, writing a writing skills, you can build a chain by taking few things into consideration. If let's say eye donation camp, any donation camp, blood donation camp, if certain kind of food donation camp is there, award a certificate, right? Award certain competitions into that. That will make a difference. This is the thing. Okay. Now see, moving. Is there any question about appeal writing? Anybody? No question. No question. Any question? Format. The format only I was explaining whole class. Okay. All formats are different. See, what is the basic format? Okay. Draw an outline sketch in your notebook. So you're gonna forget it anytime. I'm fumbling today. Okay. Draw a box. Give a title. Give a subtitle. Give an association name. Certain advertisement. Like how the people give sale, 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 sale. 50% off, 50% off. So in the same kind way, attract certain logos, slogans, logos. Okay. Moving further, certain content which is short and sweet, that can attract customers. Next to it, draw a line. Okay. Draw certain design or somewhat. There are cross line, horizontal lines, certain drawing things, designs are there. After that, draw something, write something about date, time, place, location. Next to it, you can give your social media platform. But remember one thing, don't write your personal things. Don't write your personal thing. In the board paper also, people give money and they pass on their papers. They'll try to write the contact number, or they will, create something. हे सगळी पोरं तुमची नाही तर त्यांना बोला ना, त्यांनी आज नेमकं 2 वाजता लेक्चर चालू झालंय आणि डायरेक्ट आता चालूच आहे. जिओग्राफीचं झालंय, आता इंग्लिशचं झालं. आता ते उद्या 15-20 15. थँक्यू. ओके. Format. Okay. Now see, date, time, place, location. Next to it, social media platform. Next to it, certain type of website or contact. Don't write your personal things. Don't write your name. If you're writing email ID, write abc@gmail.com. Simple. Or xyz@gmail.com. give your Instagram profile or certain word. That is not the thing. Okay. Write something which is, blood donation camp, www.blooddonationcamp by certain organization.com. That is kind of it. Okay. Got the point of appeal writing, got the whole format, got clear idea about it. Any kind of doubt? No. Okay. Really huge talented people. So, yeah. 12th. एकच आहे. तुमचं मग कितीचा क्लास घेता तुम्ही केटीजी? Done. Got the point. Appeal writing. So you can write appeal writing, right? With full confidence. Okay. Now see, moving to the next part. What is that? Speech. Shall I take speech or interview? Interview. Okay. Okay. See, remember few things in your interview questions. What are the things? First, know the person with whom you want to interview. Writing certain thing about Sarvapalli Radhakrishna and taking interview of Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, that's not the thing. If the question is given, if you are interviewing some class monitor or certain organization head or certain man, certain famous personality, so according to that, change your questions little bit. But few questions are the basic that I'll tell you while completing the 10 questions. Okay, 8 questions will be considering your marks. First, upon that, write the format. What is that format? First is the introduction, right? Your viewers, right? How the interview take? Interview. He first will tell about the person who is interviewing, right? Tell the viewers in your introduction part, certain man has come from XYZ institution. He is the head. He is doing lot of works. He is doing, even though he's not doing, just tell it. Try to extend. Completed into 5 to 6 lines. That is also a procedure. Okay. How much quality is also needed, quantity is also needed. Okay. So 5 to 6 lines introduction. Next to it, starting few questions in a such a way that shouldn't offend the person. That should be the introduction part about that. Certain things, how you came into this work or how you were inspired for your work or what was your lifestyle before entering into this institution. Some introduction part wise question. Okay. Then the main questions you can ask somewhat, 6th and 7th question can little bit can controversial. Even though if you have seen how many channels, news channels you have seen. First of all, they will give the introduction. They'll then introduction questions will be giving. And little by little, the debate will increase in a controversial way. Right? That really don't create an offending part on other person. Right? Because the first 2 to 3 questions are made just to absorb the viewer into your language. If he is observing into your language, he will read the further questions, or else he will not read. Remember one thing, the questions is the main point. Question should be not be answered into yes or no. That is the most important factor. You cannot ask, have you have your dinner? How was your lunch? Right? These are not the questions. Yes and no questions should be strictly avoided. If you are giving that questions, you will reduce your marks. Main content questions, okay? But remember one thing, if the reader or the checker in your exam is checking your paper, he should not be harmed by your view or your controversial questions. Controversial questions should be presented in such a way that will create a difference between, you know, a person writing from the 10th standard, person writing from the 12th standard. Create something climax. Writing skills is the part where you need to create something climax. And if you are successful in creating that climax, you will attract more people, right? Even though movies are there, starting part is introduction, right? Little bit, then normal life is going on, certain mode, and certain then problem arises, climax, and certain that thing is going into a solve section, and they are living a happy life, happy ending. That is the thing applicable in everything of your writing skills. Okay. After that, if you are successful in creating that climax, you'll surely get the highest point rate for your writing skills. Because the interviewer never takes himself into that position where the other person thinks that he is offending. Got my point? Everybody got my point? Or shall I explain it into a normal language? Okay, see. If I am an interviewer, okay, I am an interviewer. I'll speak in my right. Okay, wait. If I am interviewing, मी कुणाचं तरी, you know, it's hard to change the language tones. मी कुणाचं तरी नाही का असं इंटरव्ह्यू घेतोय, तर इंटरव्ह्यू घेताना मला काय करायला लागेल, मला कधीच स्वतःला अशा पोझिशन मध्ये घेऊन नाही जायचं की समोरचा माणूस ज्याचा मी इंटरव्ह्यू घेतोय त्याला वाटलं पाहिजे की मी त्याला मारणार आहे किंवा त्याला काहीतरी असं ऑफेंडिंग प्रश्न विचारतोय. विचारला कॉन्ट्रोवर्शियल ऑफेंडिंग प्रश्न विचारला तरी मला स्वतःला माझ्या अशा पोझिशन मध्ये नाही टाकायचं की समोरचा माणूस माझ्याबद्दल वाईट विचार करेल. How the interviewers tell, our viewers want to know, but actually the interviewer tries to add the masala, right? The viewers want to know that how you got into that controversial thing. What are your opinions upon certain points? These are the things that, you know, indirectly diverting to your point. So that actually makes the difference. कळालं सगळ्यांना? पक्का? स्वतःला कधीच अशा कंडिशन मध्ये टाकू नका की ज्याच्यामध्ये स्वतःच समोरचा माणूस विचार करेल की तुम्ही वाईट आहेत म्हणून. सिंपल भाषेत. कळालं सगळ्यांना? ठीक आहे, काय डाऊट आहे आता इथपर्यंत? मूव्हिंग फर्दर, व्हॉट आर द इम्पॉर्टंट पॉइंट्स? Divide your answer into 3 parts, normal basic things. See, these pictures I have taken 5 minutes earlier before your class. So don't actually remain upon this also. What I am telling, take that whole picture idea. I have just given the idea over here. Okay. Now see, what you do, what you are doing, and what are you looking to do? So what are the things? Past, present, future. Every time ask your question in the past tense. If you want to ask the question of the future, you can ask it. But the question always should remain in a past tense. And the answer If you're writing your whole answer section, English section lesson, it should be in present tense. Answer sheet present tense, question paper past tense. Okay. So take tense also into consideration. These are the small minute factors which are applicable to reduce your marks. Okay. Now see, start with greetings, certain greetings. Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam. Or a heartily welcome. Right? Today with us, we are having XYZ personality. He's a great personality. He has done, great works in the social economical field of India, or he has the most important character to establish certain kind of association. Okay. These are the things. Introductory question, controversial, climax making questions. After that, if you cannot create the climax, don't try to do that. Remain with stuck with your normal questions. This I am giving the idea. Those who want to get more marks or want to make their interview questions more advanced. Okay. Later on, the last section should be consist of what you will be doing in your future. These are the famous questions applicable everywhere. Applicable everywhere. What you will be going in you will be doing in your future. Next to it, what will be the next point? What is your advice to the young generation? This is also the question that is the ending part. Right? See, 8 questions will give you full marks, but if the 2 questions, let us say, are going here and there, you can give more 2 questions. You can write most probably 10 questions. Write 10 questions. So even though if your 1 or 2 questions are not, that much level high, then the teacher can move to the next question. After that, there should be ending part of 4 to 5 lines. What will be that? Thank you, sir, for being with us, for patiently handling over us, for patiently hearing, or let what say, thank you for your endeavor, thank you for your interest, thank you for taking time from your busy schedule and coming here. Right? Even though they are not busy, they are acting to be like a busy person. Right? Why is that so? This is the business skill which every people does. If you're going to institution, let us say any kind, even the market, companies, anywhere, people, even though they are not busy, they will try to be busy, because that actually creates a respect that I am higher or superior authority before you. Okay. Next to it, basic details, name, place, introductory questions, tell about your education. If freshers, tell about your interest, hobbies, right? Basic questions. Basic questions you can frame like how your lifestyle has been, who is at your home, or how is your, uh, outside life, from the professional outside life. How is your professional, how is your personal life, how is your professional life? Okay. But remember few things. If you are taking a professional interview of a person, don't mention certain personal things. Right? In formal letter, you cannot write about informal things. In informal letter, you cannot write about formal things. So in the same way, in a professional background, you cannot write about personal into professional. If he is a class monitor, you can ask him personal. Right? But if it is not certain, big personality, you cannot ask him personal questions. Okay. Remember that point. Okay. Now see, if experience, tell about your past work, give family details, your upcoming goals, right? Future planning. Okay. Now tell me any kind of doubt in interview question. I need to finish it fast. Your physics sir is waiting for you. Okay. Hope so. I cannot give you lot of time to enjoyment. I have not myself not prepared for the thing. How can I give you, make it palatable? Okay. Till this time, it's all palatable. Everything has gone into your mind. Any kind of doubt is there, ask, ask, ask. From I was 3 to 4 years, about from that time I am going to the convent school. I have completely born and brought up in Pune. Okay, so you can ask any kind of doubt. If any kind of doubt is there today, tomorrow, any kind in English, come and ask frankly. Okay, okay. Now see, we'll move to the speech section. Okay. Now, have you heard about this wedding toast? Wedding toast term. Everybody have little bit of idea about speech writing, right? Little bit of idea. Must have heard a speech of a certain personality. Anybody of you have not read, have not listened a certain speech of any person? Is there any person? Speech is none. Okay. Now see, in that, what is the thing? Actually, there are, we are into an integrated system of the classes, right? So we are not arranging a functions where functions are there. Schools and colleges are having functions. So they are getting up exposure to how to write the speech writing practically, right? But we are into an integrated part. So most probably theoretically will be done most, right? Most focus is in your PCM or PCB or PCMB. Okay. So therefore, but due to this functions thing, people or the person, they learn the management skills, they learn to how to speak, and they get a stage daring, like speaking. Okay. Now see, in speech writing, this wedding toast is an important term. It's a new term in your syllabus introduced. Okay. Maybe it can become or it can be an optional. But remember that thing, if wedding toast is given, there are weddings. Wedding is there. Your friend is giving a speech upon you. That is a wedding toast, right? There is a recently a famous movie about Tittu ki, sweetie ki, whatsoever. So in that wedding time, he gave the speech, right? So that kind of same speech is there in this wedding toast. But actually the formal way of speech writing is what? First, you are giving an introduction, same part here, same part everywhere. Introduction, main body, conclusion. Introduction, good morning, a heartily welcome, OC, principal, AB Totlani or XYZ, ABCD. Okay, just mention the name, principal's name. Okay, school name. Then see, remember one thing, authority section, one most important part is what? First go to the principal, then supervisor, then teachers, and then students. Okay, don't take students first. Before that, you can say, if teachers day speech is there, you can say Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu. You can introduce certain slogans or certain types of phrases. Next to it, you can start your whole section, introductory section. In that, remember thing, all the viewers should get a balanced view. Students should not feel that they are least. That is the most important part. So I will say, I'll start with a good morning, a warm, heartily welcome. Next to it, I will continue in certain points, and that what I will say, principal, then supervisor, teachers, and not, last but not the least. This is the famous phrase, last but not the least, my fellow friends. Okay. Or students. This will be the ending part. This will be the introduction. Second thing, main body, try to create an essence that can build a proper thing or make, be content struck. Don't go out of the platform. right? If you are giving the speech on Teachers Day, don't take consideration of something economical factors, social factors. Okay, take consideration of things that teachers are our main body. We need to focus on that main body. So according to that, speech will change. If Teachers Day, try to speak more about teachers, not about students. Okay, right? Moving further, there is a conclusion part, ending part. Okay, last sentence is most important. So remember one thing, speech writing, there is an introductory paragraph that will be giving you 1.3 marks for almost 3 to no first 2 marks for your introductory. Main body will be consisting of 3 marks. Last conclusion part will be giving you 1 mark, 1 or 2 marks. Okay, so in that, remember this last sentence. Thank you for your patient hearing. Thank you for investing your valuable time into me or in this program. These are the phrases. Use these phrases at last that can give you points. Okay, there should be a proper ending. Done? Okay, understood the speech writing. Okay, today I have completed geography's second lesson in a fast way, and English also in a fast way. But these sections need 1 hour. Okay, literally speaking. Even though still I am also learning many things into writing skills. About, many years have happened. Still more things are coming. We are learning. Learning never stops. If a learner stops, he will not grow. Even though companies are there, teachers are there, even though any personality in this world is there, he is learning every day. And if he is not learning, he is not growing. Okay. Now see, in this speech writing, tell a story. Okay. Certain kind of story and a wedding toast part. Okay. Bring the fun, keep it short, keep it clean, have fun. Thing is that keep your writings clean. Don't scribble. Use proper, that this is the most important part in your writing skills. That is checked most often. Use punctuation marks. Use punctuation mark. This is the most important factor. And remember one thing, after each question ending in your interview questions, add a question mark. Okay. In that, take certain things into consideration. What is that thing? As an English medium student, you all should know that is that the verb modal auxiliaries should be only used in your question part. Let what say could, shouldn't, wouldn't. These words, if they are then in the question, use that same modal auxiliary verbs into your ending part. That can create the question. These few things are checked by the teachers. Modal auxiliaries, verbs are also checked by the teachers. These are the minute things. See, basic everybody is knowing. Basic you are also knowing, everybody is knowing. There is no need of coming to the English class for that. These are the things that are more advanced, that are needed according to your 12th level. Because if you see, 12 students, they write in such a way, even though teachers also sometimes fumble. Because students are so much creative. As a teenager, you are so much, your mind at a present moment can go into America, can go into another solar system also. So this much creativity is there in the teenagers. So they can do any kind of creativity. So create bigger, make an explosion, create a big bang, create a climax into your story, somewhat into your, if there is certain masala, certain controversial things, that will create certain, tricks to attract more. Okay, done. This is the thing. No, okay, this is not opening. Okay, everyone got my point. Is anybody's having any kind of doubt? Huh. Okay. No, no. See, remember one point. In the letter writing section, you are having the block format. In that, you need to leave a line after the paragraph. But in speech writing, no need of leaving the lines. Speech writing should be in paragraph, leave 2-finger space. Okay, and write. And write speech writing about the quality should be good. Likewise, I say, but the quantity should be more than 1 page, 1.5. 1.5. Interview questions, introductory part questions, and that should be also 1.5 page. Or you can write more than that, but don't try to exceed before more than 2 pages. Because people, if you're writing too much, they will get hectic. So try to maintain a balance between quality and quantity. Okay, this is also an important factor. Maybe I have focused on, put light on many factors that are needed to be known. Maybe certain times, if I'm getting more time with you, we will have more fun. We will have certain many things. If I'm getting a huge amount of time, because English and geography, most probably it will be not focused, right? The main focus will be on PCM. Even though I am also a biology teacher, I am not also English teacher or geography teacher. Okay, frankly speaking about certain things, accepting my mistakes. If any kind of mistake is there, give me a feedback. Okay, you can tell now it also, there is no problem, because I term myself as an improving position. There is always certain things must be, you would be more advanced than me. That can also be the thing. So you can tell, there is no problem in that, and I have no hesitations in learning anything. Okay, any kind of feedback, any kind of good suggestion, opinion, anyone is having, you're having, tell me. No. Okay. Okay, see, I have focused not on the basic ground level. You are writing, you are studying into English section, your physics and NCRTs. You must be knowing about the basic. I have not focused on the basic. I have focused upon the upper part of the grammar section, upper part of the attractiveness, upper part of the presentation skills. Remember, your presentation skills will create a deep impact. Okay, now you can move to your classes. Thank you. And sorry to give you a hectic Sunday.